Brelling Incident Investigation 2, Log 1, 1432, April 20th, 2023. Lab 102. Current location San Diego, California. This is Dr. Saber. With me is Dr. Galvan. Well, let's get into it. Right. Quick rundown, if you aren't already aware, somehow. On June 7th of last year, every human in the town of Mulleth, Maine disappeared, along with a variety of objects. 8 days ago, on the 12th, a radio frequency began emitting from the town, and 3 days later, 7 objects reappeared in the town, all but one of which was encased in a hollow cube made of human bone. Will that suffice, Dr. Galvin?
Yes, I suppose that's good enough.
Great. Now, here we have a journal. Object number 5. We're just gonna look at it, yeah?
Okay, initial observations. What's the design on the cover?
Maybe a star? How many, 9-pointed star? Is that anything?
But they aren't equally spaced. Look, they're in groups of 2, and that one is shorter.
We can come back to this. Let's open it. This is...
Entirely illegible.
What is this blood?
No, the color's wrong. Maybe something like tar? It's a bit sticky.
I'll get a sample. Right. Let's look at the rest. No. Illegible. Torn out. No. Oh, that's readable.
Page 7. Should be June 22nd if my watch is working right. I'm still not sure if the water from the stream is safe, but it's probably better than leaving the cave again. Besides, isn't cave water supposed to be safe? Then again, given the taste and the color, I'm pretty sure there's blood in this water, which definitely isn't safe. Where's all this blood coming from in the first place? The redness of the water has been constant the whole time, so the bloodstream's been coming out steadily. Maybe sometime I'll try to follow the stream further into the cave. The eye is still there. It hasn't done much since I entered the cave. It stopped following me after a few hours. Now it just sits on the wall. I think it got bored of me. I don't like looking at it. It reminds me of my mother's eyes, sort of empty, like it isn't absorbing anything it sees. I still think about the taste.
So this person's in a cave. Their water's contaminated with blood, and there's an eye. Anything else of note here?
Well, I still think about the taste.
Oh yeah, also that. What do you think they were talking about?
They were talking about their mother's eyes before then. Did they?
Let's wait on that. Maybe it'll make sense later. That blood in the water can't be good, right?
Yeah, we should keep any pathogens from that in mind.
Look, the next page is legible too.
Page 8. June 23rd, if my watch is to be believed. I'm not sure it is anymore, though. I could have sworn it stopped for an hour yesterday. It's probably closer than my perception of time, though. The eye's gone. It receded into the wall. There's a hole where it was now. It goes back pretty far before I can't see into it anymore. My birthmark changed again, the one on my leg. It's spikier now. Maybe I'm imagining it. I left the cave today. The pile of fruit ran out. I thought I saw someone, but it turned out not to be. That was almost really bad, but I got away before it could touch me. I dashed straight back to the cave. I had wandered to those ruins outside town by this point, so it was a pretty far dash. Looking back, I don't think it followed me very far out of the ruins, but somehow I didn't realize that at the time. I kept dashing all the way back home. I could have sworn I felt it breathing down my neck. I kept thinking, it's close enough to touch me now. Why hasn't it? Is it messing with me all the way back to the cave? Actually, when I reached the cave, I thought that I still felt its breath. I had led myself to a dead end, and now I'd die. That was the first time I turned around. There wasn't any trace that I had followed. I guess it must have been the adrenaline? On the topic of the adrenaline, I way overexerted myself. I had to, under the threat of death, but Christ, my entire body hurts. Obviously, my legs ache, but aside from the scratches from running through the forest, my chest hurts like hell. That's really worrying me. I don't remember if my dad's respiratory conditions were genetic, but the possibility's looming over me. I'll want to keep an eye on that. I don't know what I'd be able to do about it if it did get worse, though.
Okay. A lot of questions to keep track of.
What do you think is the most important?
I mean, the not person, right?
Yeah, definitely. That doesn't give us a whole lot of information to go off, though. What else? The birthmark?
If I remember right, there were elevated levels of radiation in the area after the event. It could be connected to that.
Maybe that's connected to the chest pain. Do you think the ruins are important?
I think there's a good chance that the chest pains are just from overexertion. As for the ruins, they're definitely worth noting. I'll check if there are any recorded archaeological sites of significance in the area later.
Honestly, I'm doubting the author's mental condition.
I don't know. This doesn't seem all that far-fetched considering the entire town up and vanished. Looks like a few pages are missing.
Page 10, June 25th, even though my watch is a lying piece of shit. Today I'm certain I saw the minute hand moving faster than it had any right to. What even is time at this point? The sun hasn't moved an inch since I got here. Always at that dim high noon. It drives me insane. There isn't any better sunlight in my cave, but whatever. My legs are feeling a lot better today. Today a pig wandered into the cave, just a normal pig. I know for a fact that there were no pigs in Moloth, so this pig's from here, but it doesn't have anything wrong with it that I can tell anyways. It's been here all day. It's sleeping in the corner now. Pretty big, maybe about 60 pounds. It's a really nice brown color. I wonder what his story is. Recently, the quiet of the cave has been getting to me a bit. Normally, the only noises that fill the cave is the quiet burbling of the blood stream in the back. I've taken to humming to fill the silence. Just whatever songs come to my head. It probably isn't the safest to be humming. Noise can attract unwanted visitors, but you know what? Maybe it's better to live with a little bit of danger than to rot away in quiet, trembling insanity. Maybe the singing is what led the pig in now that I think about it. I'm debating whether or not I want to venture out of the cave tomorrow. On one hand, I don't want a repeat of Sunday. I think it was Sunday. I've been doing my best to keep track of the week. I try to pray every Thursday, and my father always used to get upset when I didn't. Anyways, as I was saying, on one hand, it's dangerous outside, but on the other hand, I don't want to stay cooped up in this cave for too long. It's too dark, too quiet. The air is stale and smells like blood, and besides, if I don't wander off too far, I should be fine. Hell, maybe I'll even find something worthwhile, like a source of water without blood in it, or a better weapon than half a tree branch or a real person.
See, there's definite mental deterioration. We should take this with a grain of salt.
What else do we have to trust? We already know something abnormal is happening here. Why wouldn't we believe them? What exactly are you so unsure about? Sounds like a textbook case of cabin fever anyways, so their portrayal of events probably isn't that skewed. What do you think about the pig? Is what they said about no pigs in Multh true?
Yeah, there's never been any mammal wildlife in Moloth other than humans. I don't know why. I'm a psychologist, not an ecologist.
Page 11. The pig's still here. He left a few times today, but he always ended up coming back. I've decided to name him Dallas after my hometown. God, I miss Texas. I miss Maine too now, of course, but I really, really miss Texas. Sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like if my father hadn't died, if I hadn't moved to live with my mother's family, if I hadn't stayed in Moloth when my mother left 2 years ago. I wonder if I'd still be here. It doesn't seem like any structures outside of Moloth got transported. Maybe other cities are just far away, though. I've been trying to suppress the questions as to not go completely insane, but what even is this? My survival wasn't on the line. I'd be fascinated. Maybe I'll write my PhD on this if I get to attend another class. Wonder how my professors are doing about now. I bet some of them have already figured out what's going on or something. Now that I think about it, Professor Galvan was freaking out in the days leading up to whatever brought us here. Everyone was worried about her. Thinking about her, considering her areas of study, I'm pretty sure she knew what was happening. I hope she's doing alright. I wonder how many people are still alive. I haven't seen anyone since I saw what happened to that poor girl. There's no way I'm the only one left. There were people way more fit to survive than I am. Maybe I should try to find them eventually. God, I hope she is alright.
Professor Galvan is...
My sister. Yes.